Whenever Mario 64 is mentioned, many people may think of Whomp's Fortress first, or Bob-omb Battlefield, which makes sense since those are top tier levels after all, and are extremely memorable. What I never realized before until now, is that the room that houses the JRB painting other than Tick-Tock Clock and Rainbow Ride is one of the only rooms in the entire game that has ominously dim lighting, and gives off an eerie vibe as if the room itself is trying to warn intruders from coming any closer, or they will regret it. The two glass aquariums on both sides greeting Mario as he enters is a very nice touch, and not to mention the insane giant aquarium on the right side that Peach keeps in her castle for some wild reason, or Bowser simply built it. This room has always emitted a relaxing and foreboding vibe simultaneously for some reason, and always felt kinda off compared to all the other rooms in the castle. Once you enter the level itself, you immediately notice that it is heavily coated with deep fog that is thick enough to cut a cheese wheel. The bay exhibits a sense of loneliness as if the souls of all the pirates who perished in these very waters continue to linger about, waiting to torment any unfortunate fool who was foolish enough to venture into the deadly waters housing man-eating clams and a terrifying unagi who sleeps inside the sunken ship. I always found this giant cove to be very strange compared to the other levels in the game because it feels so unnatural, which is kinda ironic considering this is probably the most natural level since others are built using materials and such. Like, where is this level supposed to take place exactly? It doesn't seem very Mario-esque, and feels like it takes place in the Legend of Zelda universe actually rather than the Mushroom Kingdom. That's one thing that always stood out to me regarding this place, the soothing music accompanied by the eerie atmosphere. This juxtaposition evokes both the feelings of pleasant memories and fear at the same time, and the fact that Nintendo was able to capture that specific feeling so well is actually incredible. It also doesn't help that swimming to the bottom brings out my fear of deep dark waters, known as thalassophobia. Venturing inside a sunken ship also brings up many questions such as how does opening chests in a certain order drain all the water inside the ship, and why does it resurface once you collect a star? I know this is just a game, but these always made me wonder. Once you collect the first star in return, the deep fog disappears for some reason, and the sun is out and will never return unless you start a new file. It's as if the spirits of the pirates responsible for the fog has ascended to the heavens or something after the star inside the ship was recovered. The cave of the chests is filled to the brim with all sorts of dangers and makes me wonder if this was a trap set up by the late pirates to discourage intruders from plundering the precious treasure. That would explain the perilous toppling stones. Overall, this level may seem a bit smaller compared to the other stages, but it remains the most ominous and yet relaxing level with spooky vibes. It certainly is a beautifully disturbing in every way, but that is why Jolly Roger Bay is a very memorable place with an even more memorable soundtrack that remains beloved for multiple decades. Nintendo needs to make more levels like these. They kinda did at Mario Galaxy, but this one in particular seems more creepy but in a good way. With all that being said, thank you for watching. Do you also think Jolly Roger Bay is disturbing? And please like and subscribe for more videos like these if you want to.